Well, welcome back to our live show. Living through the COVID-19 crisis is very challenging. There are a few things you can do to kind of practice and take care of yourself so you can actually relieve stress and reduce tension. I'm going to watch this carefully because I was a little stressed out because we couldn't get on the show this morning at the beginning. Recently, Jessica spoke with an expert. Here is that conversation.
One of the steady factors that we're feeling every day, stress and tension, but there is hope on the horizon that you can literally take into your own hands. Elizabeth Martin is a licensed acupuncturist with handsonacupuncture.com here in our area. She joins us this morning. It's so good to see you, Elizabeth.
So nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. You are bringing relief by way of, just a calming touch. And you're going to show us a couple techniques today that we can work through on our own. But for folks who aren't yet familiar with acupuncture, what is this all about?
So acupuncture is Chinese medicine. It is one of the pillars of Chinese medicine, which is a modernized type of medicine that has been practiced for thousands of years in China and East Asia. And it brings wellness to the body through a natural way. Acupuncture is very similar to acupressure. It can have the same benefits as acupuncture, but instead of using needles, you're actually just using your hands to press on specific points within the body. That can help.
Sorry to interrupt you. Some folks may have a little less hesitation with then trying acupressure as opposed to acupuncture, since it doesn't have the needles. I've had acupuncture done before, and really, truthfully, you didn't even feel that. But there is some hesitation for folks with needles.
Absolutely, it's a great introduction to East Asian medicine. I mean, I treat a lot of kids, and we start with acupressure. So it can be just as effective as acupuncture. It's just that you need to have the right technique when you're doing it.
So acupressure, you're going to show us a couple of techniques. We're going to start with one that's kind of easy on the wrist area.
Yes. Yes, so there's a really great point that's right on the wrist. It's along the lines of the pinky. The way you find it, it's between the pinky and the ring finger on the inside of the hand. And it's right underneath, right where the wrist is. This is a really great calming point. And when you're doing an acupressure point, you want to press the point of tenderness. And if you don't get the exact point, you're not going to do anything bad to the body. You might just not get the best effect. So it looks like you have it right on the right spot. It's right inside of that tendon. So between the pinky and the ring finger, we can press on that point. You can either use your thumb or your pointer. I recommend your thumb.
Okay.
You might be able to use a tool also if your thumb, if it affects your thumb too much. So you want to press down on it. And the technique is you really want to, you can either do circular motions, you can just press on it. You want to breathe. People forget to breathe. The breath is going to help to ignite the energy so that your body can calm and relax, and it's kind of mindfulness. So we're going to breathe through the point. So take a deep breath in and out. When you're breathing, you want to try to do the breath for counts. So I do like 5 counts. So I would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever count you do in, you want to do out as you're pressing on the point. And you want to do both sides. I would say 5 to 10 breaths for each point. So
wow.
This is
in the middle of that, I moved to the other hand, and it's like I can feel energy surging in the one that I did, and now I'm really feeling it in this other one.
Yeah, your body just intuitively did it. It's, if you do both sides, you want to have a nice balance. So you go to an acupuncturist, a lot of times they do both sides because, the good energy can complement the misaligned energy. So
this acupressure point brings calm in the wrist. That's the goal there, is to kind of center, breathe, and bring some calm.
Bring calm, and it could help relieve anxiety, and really good for anyone with insomnia that's waking up a lot during the night.
Excellent, which I think many of us are right now, and that can be helpful. So maybe practice this before you're heading to bed, especially.
Yes, it's a great one for that.
Okay, so we've tackled the wrist. We just have a little bit of time left, about a minute or two. So next up is the thumb.
Sure, the thumb. So what you're going to do is bring your thumb and your pointer together, and at the highest point, that muscle at the highest point, that is called large intestine 4. And you could also find it at the end of the crease.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a really great point also for stress, but it's mostly used for pain, especially headache pain. Um,
Oof, yeah. I just
um,
felt it. I think I hit the pressure point.
yeah, so this is a really, really common point, probably one of the most commonly used point in Chinese medicine. So you want to press on that. And again, you want to breathe through it. Each point that you have, you want to breathe through. Really great point for any type of pain in the body, especially in the head, in the neck. Also great for stress, help to relieve stress, and also an anxiety point. So a
And
lot of the,
maybe a nice 5 count on that one as well, Elizabeth.
yes, nice 5 count. And you want to make sure you do the other side as well.
Wow, that one, yeah, clearly I need to work out what's going on in that particular point. So I'll come back to that one later. You have one more for us, and this is specifically in the head area.
Yes, so there's a point called yin tongue. It's like the third eye for those of us that practice meditation, and it's right between the eyebrows. This point also is good for stress and calm. One of my patients was saying, it almost feels like, when your mother would check when you're sick, and it's that point that's very calming. So you can use your middle finger and find between your eyebrows, it's like about an inch above. And again, any point you want to close your eyes and breathe through the point and find the tender spot. And it might be a little bit off, but the point is you want to find the tender spot. If it's tender, that means your body needs it because there's energy that's stuck there. So you want to have free flowing energy, vital source to go through your body. And if there's tension, we need to relieve that. And you could do that through the acupressure.
It's like, I'm not feeling it. It's very calming. It's like I found this point between like almost the brow bones right here, and just breathing and pressing on that. There's a lot of centering happening right now. That's really great. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you. Yeah. So if you have any questions with it, I'd love to help you further along if you have any questions as far as locations or things like that.
Thank you. And we talked before we got started about working on some areas around the knee and the foot. So we'll save that for another visit with you, Elizabeth, because these were great, and working with all these. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great to have you. And we could all use a little relief from stress and tension right now. So acupressure is a great way to try that. Some great tips from Elizabeth, and we'll include a direct link to her site later today so that you can make your way there and learn even more. Right now, we're going to take a quick break.